You know, sympathy is like, it's somebody's down in a hole and, you know, the person's at the top of the hole, listening, they're there. And then the person with the empathy actually goes down into the hole and just sits with the other person.
For the moments of real transformation, what I see so much in Jesus' ministry is when there isn't this hierarchy. When Jesus goes up to the woman at the well, and talks to her and gets to know her, or when he calls, you know, Zacchaeus out of a tree and says, "I'm going to have dinner with you," and that obliterates a social norm and a hierarchy of this rabbi having dinner with this hated tax collector. So I think that that's a real important feature here as well, as we have to work against colonialism's ongoing legacy of instilling hierarchy over each other.
Many of us were people speaking at some of these rallies that had 3, 5, 10,000 people gathering who saw this atrocity or multiple atrocities in a few months happen to various people. But the tipping point was George Floyd. People gathered in crowds. They marched down streets. One person would call out one chant and the crowd would respond. I have no idea who was leading anything. It almost was irrelevant because the crowd was leading itself. The people got lost in that. They knew the mission and they knew which direction they had to go collectively, but I don't know how they were able to do that collectively.
We have the curiosity, the community, and all of this. Really, probably the big circle that encompasses it all is compassion. Because as you're curious to your own inner world, that's offering yourself compassion. If you're being curious, you're not judging, you're not attaching to things. You're just saying, wow, well, what's coming up within me? And oh gosh, that's kind of some yuckiness I see there. Or, wow, that's a lot of love that I'm finding within me. And so that compassion encircles that curiosity, as well as encircles how you are behaving and relating to listening and learning from community. And I bet with all of those things in place, people would say, oh my gosh, this was a very compassionate experience.